farewell to the 12-inch MacBook, the crazy overpriced experiment. I had this laptop, the 12-inch MacBook. Nobody seems to remember it. It's kind of like the forgotten MacBook. But this was when Apple was like, we're going to make this very thin portable laptop with one port. We don't care. This is the future. They probably wanted to make it with no ports. They're like, okay, we got to charge it or something. So had a single port on it, Type-C connector, of course. And it was pretty much as little as a laptop could be while maintaining a functional keyboard and what I would consider to be functional keyboard. Now, the problem was it was underpowered compared to the rest of the lineup. And as it aged, that became more apparent because it had the M-series chip in it, at least by default, the stock model. And it was expensive comparatively. Of course, the image you're showing here is compared to the old Air because the new Air is a different spec. And then when the new Air came out, they're like, why is that MacBook hanging around? Because at that point, it was like a terrible value price-wise for the cost-to-performance ratio, and it wasn't all that much lighter than the 13-inch, so it was like, what is this 12-inch thing doing here? But Apple did something like, rather than lower the price of it, they just got rid of it. And I can't say I'm too happy. I mean, I had this thing. It was £2. Like, what were you going to do for a 2-pound laptop? I get it. Not everybody wants a laptop that small. But it was, I mean, the MacBook Air is still 3 pounds or close to it. So if you really wanted something ultra portable with Mac OS, that was your option. And it's evaporated. It's gone. It was cute, though. I promise you it was cute. But it was ahead of its time. We're not ready for one port situations. In fact, I would argue, having switched to this ThinkPad recently, we're not even ready for just Type-C, like just Thunderbolt, like the MacBook Pro. It's so useful. I've numerous times. I was in the basement the other day with the laptop. I was doing a little bit of work, and I mentioned the kids are playing the Spider-Man, and we ran out of ports. So we were charging some controllers up, and I just used one of these old school USB ports, and I was charging one of the controllers. You see, felt like a hero in the moment. If I got the Type-C, there's no adapter. It's not a social port yet. Not completely social. And so I look at this. This is 2.5 pounds. I still have all the ports, which brings me to my next story. In fact,